Yo, what is good, my friends? NBA 2K25 is officially out. You guys wanted me to make a point guard build, or at least show you a point guard build that I think would be very usable this early in the game. And so I'm doing that. It's tough to say what exactly meta is this early in the game. I think passing lanes are just not available. I think steals are really good. Dribbling feels a bit wonky, and everything's going to feel weird offensively until we start getting our badges, getting our builds up. I've gotten this build I'm going to show you today up to a 91 overall. I'm still just not really feeling great right now. Dribbling feels really strange. Shooting is getting better. Meter dunking feels crazy weird this year compared to last year. So it's just something to get used to. It's a new game, so there's just new things that we got to get used to doing. But I'm gonna break down this build. I'm gonna talk about cap breakers a little bit. I'm gonna talk about the +1 or 2 badge thing that you can get down the road in this season, and I think this is gonna be a very useful video for anyone that's trying to make a guard, and just giving you my overall thoughts on the build that I made. And I will be grinding this build to a 99. I'm not too sure when exactly I'm gonna get full gameplay of this build, but I'm definitely gonna start grinding it here this weekend and just see what we can make of it. But I'm gonna break it down right now. We're gonna start with the physicals. We're 6'3", 190 pounds, 6'7" wingspan. I've heard a lot of good things about the 6'3" point guards this year. I think the shorter you are, the more attributes you might have access to. And then I know that with centers, anything above 7 foot, you get a little bit more attributes as well. I could be wrong with that. I haven't looked at centers that much, but that's just from what I've been hearing. But 6'3" is the tallest you can be and still get the mini marksman badge at all, I believe. So that's why I went with 6'3" at the end of the day. And then I want to make a well-rounded build, a build that could dunk, shoot, play make, defend at a good level. So that's what we got. Let's talk about it. We got an 86 speed down hurt, nice and fast. I think we need that for playmaking, but it's all going to make sense eventually. Once I actually upgrade all these physicals and show you the badges as we upgrade the build. And then we have an 80 vertical down here. This is a very athletic build at 6'3". I think the wingspan feels good and still can shoot really well. Defending's kind of tough, but I'll get more in depth with it here in a second. Defense, let's start with defense first. Not really much to talk about here, really. 71 perimeter gives me challenger on bronze. And even with this defense, I don't have on-ball menace. Obviously I don't have immovable enforcer. I don't have pick dodger. So getting over screens is definitely a challenge. But for the most part, I'm going to be playing with people that, will be guarding the ball. So I'm mostly going to be playing off-ball defense. And for the challenger bronze, it feels really good. I do get bumpy, especially when I'm playing in the corner and I can force them, down the baseline where the out of bounds is. And it kind of just plays into my advantage, really. And since I'm playing corner defense again this year, last year you weren't really able to do much with your defense. Like, you could do a little bit of block, you could do a little bit of perimeter, but with this build, you're gonna have a 79 steal. In terms of how glove feels, I do not have glove on silver yet, but interceptor does feel really good. I got that upgrade to silver very quickly. I don't have a problem with the steal. Obviously, you could do more. It could be better, but if this is a area of the build, if you decide to make this that you want to put your cap breakers on, you could upgrade this build easily to an 85 steal eventually. It would just take some grinding, but you could definitely upgrade the steal a little bit. But it's such a big upgrade to go 6+ just to get interceptor up a level that it wasn't worth it for me. I wanted to try silver and see where we're at. And then block, just kind of taking a guess that maybe it's like last year where I can get a good contest if I'm closing out late, and I'll just get a better animation like that. So that's why I did the block there. But yeah, defense it's whatever, really. I think as long as you like the steal at this level, I think that the defense is very, very usable, and it's not that hard to use. Playmaking, I wanted to really test out all the dribble sigs. I don't think there's a Steve Francis this year, so unless it's like behind like that rep where you get a bunch of locked animations, we don't know that for a while. But I did a 91 speed with ball for lightning launch. Seems really good. I mean, Huff lightning launch seems amazing. If you were to use your cap breakers here, You're not going to gain anything with your speed with balls. So this is as good a speed with ball as it gets at this height. I do weigh 190 pounds, so maybe if you lower your weight, you could get the lightning launch to legendary, which would be great. But if you use your badge +1, you could get legendary lightning launch if you want. That is an option. 92 ball handle. I'm 1 away from ankle assassin. I'm 2 away from handles for days on Hoff, and I'm 4 away from unpluckable Hoff. So for me, cat breakers, this is probably where I'm going to use my cat breaker, is put +4 to this right here, and I'll be able to get all of those on Hoff. This might go up to legendary, and this might just be at gold for a little bit, but if I was going to use my cat breakers on anything with this build, as of right now, I would put it on ball handle and just get all this stuff on Hoff or legendary or gold or whatever the next upgrade is for all of that. Pass accuracy, 85 feels really good this year. In terms of the pass styles, I'm not too sure what feels good yet and what doesn't. I'm going to make a tier video at some point, I think, with pass accuracy pass styles. If you know anything about my channel, if you're new, you know, you're going to soon learn that, like, I love to pass. Last year I had 89 pass or 91 pass on all my builds. So with cat breakers this year, I could look to upgrade my pass to an 89 and get the Halliburton pass style. Badge wise, you don't gain anything, but versatile visionary, which I think just is lobs, is what I think. I could be wrong, or maybe you know, creative passes, maybe flashy passes is what that is regarding. But and then break starter gold just doesn't really feel like a badge I needed, so I really wanted the bailout bronze and dimer gold this year, especially when I'm running 5s. Like, if I have gold dimer, that's going to be amazing. Bailout, obviously, if I mess up and I go up for a shot that I don't want to take, I can pass out of it very smoothly. And then again, obviously, like I said, with cat breakers, you can go from an 85 to an 89 and get yourself the Tyrese Halliburton pass style. So I'm breaking that down. Like I said, this is the 2 areas if you decide to make this build where I would use my cat breakers. And then with the shooting, I think, oh, that's not shooting. With the shooting, you can use your +1 badge perks, whatever those are called, on this area. Me personally, that's what I'm gonna do. 71 free throws. I'm not too, like I said, I'm not too sure about how everything feels just yet. It's too early in the game. The game officially dropped Friday, so if you pre-ordered it, you could be playing a couple days before that. It's just too early to really know how good this badge is compared to that. But as of right now, I think gold everything for shooting is going to be very good. Deadeye is also blinders this year, so I think 94 is max, so you couldn't do a cat breaker here, but you could do a +1 badge. You could do it on limitless, which is what I'm kind of thinking about doing. Mini marksman you could put on Hoff. Shifty shooter I think is kind of like midi magician mixed with like difficult shots, just like you can fade and do all that real easily with this badge. Having that on gold I think is going to be really nice. But yeah, I just wanted to be able to test a little bit of everything when it comes to shooting, so gold everything, it seems pretty good. 84 midi, we don't have post fade phenom, obviously. Last year I loved post fade phenom, but that was for taller guards, so I had no reason to go with post fade phenom on a 6'3". That would have been insane. But I think 84 midi is definitely very, very usable. I haven't upgraded this fully yet, so that's why I'm not going to post gameplay for a while, because I just don't have everything upgraded, but soon we will. And then last but not least, I'm going to put my driving dunk to a 93. You're going to get your posterizer gold. Your aerial wizard's going to be on Hoff. For layups, you're going to get float game on silver. You're going to get layup mixmaster, which I believe is acrobat from a year ago, on bronze. Not anything special here for layup, but it is nice to have a decently high layup. Like, silver float game, I think, is going to be not that bad. Obviously, I'm going to be looking to dunk more times than not. So posterizer gold is going to be great. I'm not activating this a lot right now, so I can definitely see this taking a while to upgrade. I think you can go to the dunes, upgrade your badges there, and I'm still trying to figure out meter dunking. And meter dunking is already hard, and when you combine meter dunking with only bronze posterizer, it's definitely difficult to get that activated a lot. But this is my build. I really like it. It feels good for the most part right now. I'm only at a 90 overall. I don't have like really any of my badges. I don't have a single gold badge yet, and it doesn't feel that bad. With this specific build, the jump shot that I'm using is Allen Iverson base and double Oscar Robertson full speed. It really does feel like T Mac from last year, and until we can get like a Patty Mills or something, that's what I'm going to be using. If that's something that you don't like, Curry base and still Oscar Robertson both release is definitely the second option that I would do. But this is my build. It's as well rounded as I think I could make it. Yeah, you could have tweaked this, you could have tweaked that, but I really wanted to test how good meter dunking is going to be, how good shooting is going to be, how good playmaking is going to be, and then find the value with defense. Usually, I try to find the value with defense and try to be as good as I can offensively, especially being a point guard when I play fives with the crew and the boys. I want to be able to be really good offensively, and I think that this build does that for me. So we get an inside out ISO specialist. Again, really solid build. I broke down cap breakers, the badge plus one perks that you're going to end up earning at some point during this year. Yeah, and let me know what you think about this build. I really do like this build. So leave a like, sub up. I'm going to be streaming a little bit more as the game progresses. And, it's a learning time right now. The game does feel wonky. It does feel weird, but that's okay because we're all in the same boat. Everyone's kind of struggling right now. We're all learning it. So don't get too upset if you're not hitting shots or you're not figuring out how to dribble yet. It just takes some time. So leave a like, comment below what you think about the build, what build you're making, what do you think about 2K so far, and leave a sub for me. I would greatly appreciate it. We just hit 1,000 subs, so that's sweet. I appreciate the love and support as always, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.